Hi, this is Wayne Pacelli, and this is A Humane Nation. I'm here with Ben Callison, who's the director of the Cleveland Amory Black Beauty Ranch, which is the largest animal care facility run by the Fund for Animals and the Humane Society of the United States. And Ben, we're excited to see you, and I'm excited to be here at the Black Beauty Ranch for the opening of the new big cat habitat. And amazingly enough, we are amidst the new big cat habitat. And this is pretty extraordinary in terms of management of captive wildlife and especially big cats.
Absolutely, yeah. Where we're standing right now is actually where the tigers will be walking in just a couple of weeks. We just moved them over.
Want to watch my back?
I know, yeah. We're good right now,
Yeah.
but in a couple of weeks, once we get them acclimated to the smaller yards, we're going to let them out to this massive 3-acre yard, and it's going to be a very exciting experience for them because this is actually a natural environment for a wild tiger, and so this is going to be the first time in their lives they've ever walked out to anything similar to what they had if they had not been captive bred.
And you know, one of the things that I'm so proud of at HSUS and the Fund for Animals is that we take such a comprehensive approach to these issues. These cats who are in this habitat came from a roadside zoo in Mississippi and also a ramshackle operation in Kansas. They were living in squalid, tight confines, not getting the care they need, and this, to say the least, is a very serious upgrade.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. To see those enclosures they were in the Collins, and they were tiny. I mean, we're talking probably about 500 square feet, and now they're moving out to 12,000 square feet, and then eventually onto 3 acres. I mean, this doesn't even anywhere compare to what they came from. And this is the first time in their life they're going to be able to look up and not see a cage above their head.
Well, you know, one of the things that I say about factory farming or some of the other issues is we want animals to be animals. We want them to exhibit their normal and natural behaviors, and obviously this is going to allow that in a pretty dramatic way.
Absolutely, yeah. That is the most exciting element about this whole project, is to be able to give them this. And as you can see, as we look around, you can't even see a fence line in here.
Yeah.
I mean, these animals are going to be able to exhibit the territorial patterns that they would in the wild. They're going to be able to hide, climb trees, all the smells, sights, and sounds that they would as if they were in the wild. The dream of every sanctuary is to not be needed because the issues don't exist. The best rescue is the rescue we never have to make, but until that day can come, we have got to continue to be able to build facilities like this that truly are respectful of the animals that have been caught up in these issues and provide them the adequate homes that they deserve.
I mean, what's the scale of this problem?
Well, the scariest thing about the scale is we don't know how big it is. We know the numbers are well into the high thousands. Sadly, there is no census, but we know it's in the thousands across the country, and we know that there are far more captive bred tigers in the United States than there are left in the wild.
You know, Ben, we can't afford to take in an endless stream of tigers, African lions, bears, and other animals who are discards from the captive wildlife trade, from people who kept them as pets and can no longer handle them. And that is why it is so critical that HSUS and the Fund for Animals, in addition to helping the animals in crisis, are trying to prevent this from happening. So I know that you're tracking this here in Texas and nationwide. You know, we're committed to this.
Right. Yeah, as I said, there's really no possible way for any sanctuary to take in anywhere near the quantity of these big cats that are in need of homes. And so it's got to be an issue that we take on the forefront and start these bans. I mean, private ownership is the reason that we have so many. People are buying these, breeding these for the cub petting trade, which is so prevalent.
It's crazy. I mean,
know,
it's mind-boggling that a private citizen thinks that it's okay to have a tiger or a lion. Because we see, and you see more than I do, the people who can't deal with it anymore, expense, personal danger, smell, and they turn them over to us and they expect us to handle it. So that's why I am so committed at HSUS to the policy solutions to ban private ownership of powerful wild animals as pets, to stop the breeding of these animals. We're going to be here helping animals in crisis, but we're also going to be focused on adopting policies at the local, state, and federal level to prevent people from making such terrible decisions that rebound so badly against animals and people and the communities in which they live.
Yes, these are generic tigers. They're not part of any kind of a conservation program. They are just, they're purely bred for this pet trade. and every time the animal is the victim.
You really use your professional experience to make this place better and grander, and from an animal care perspective, I think you've really raised the bar. You know, I've been to a lot of big cat facilities around the country, in North Carolina, other facilities in Texas, in Florida, many great facilities. But I gotta say, and of course I'm biased, this one is pretty special, pretty remarkable.
Yes, we are proud to be able to say that we are now one of the premier facilities in the country, and that is because we are on the backs of all of those other facilities that has worked many years to develop best practices. We were able to take this opportunity with a clean slate and build a facility that really did utilize the best practices in sanctuaries and in zoos to provide the premier facility for housing big cats like this. So we hope to be a model, and we're already sharing these plans and these designs with others so we can better the entire sanctuary community with this model and design.
Well, great. Well, Ben, we're grateful, and I know that so many people watching are grateful to you for your dedication, for making the Cleveland Amory Black Beauty Ranch such a remarkable facility that provides a safe landing and a haven for so many creatures who, frankly, only knew human indifference or even cruelty. And keep it up, and we're excited to see this filled with big cats who really need a place to go.
We are too.
Yeah.
It's an exciting day.
Thank you. This is Wayne Pacelli with Humane Nation.